kids. Are we ready? You good? Yeah. Do you want to come and sit here? Come in front. Come. Morning, everybody. How are we doing this morning? Good. Just about alive. Okay. Bit wet. It's raining. Okay. Very good. Anyway, good morning. So, just before we kick off today's lessons, I'm going to be doing today's assembly, and we're going to be talking today about the importance of failure. Okay? So, first of all, who here has failed at something? Put your hand up. Okay, so we've all... So, yeah, 2 hands. Yeah. Fine. Okay, good. So, we've all been there. Anyone who's not failed? I saw a couple of people didn't put their hands up. I thought I need to talk to those people. I need to learn something from them. Good. Okay. So we've all failed at different times. Right. How do we? And brother, if you could write this down. What words do we associate with failure? How do we feel when we fail? Anybody? What do you think? Yes. Annoyed. Annoyed. Excellent. Annoyed.
Struggle.
Struggle. Brilliant.
Sad.
Sad. Very good, Maya.
Like you're all like alone and like no one really cares for you because you've just failed.
So you're alone and no one cares. Yeah? Good. Yes.
Angry.
Angry. Excellent.
Give up.
You want to give up? Yes. Very good.
You're mad.
You're mad. Yeah, you're angry, frustrated. Mad. Very good. Very good. Yes.
Furious.
Furious. Wow. So much participation. Excellent. So we can see, how much emotion this brings up into us. When we failed at something, we get very emotional about it. We feel all these things. Okay? So it's important to understand that. And what we're going to learn about today is that I'm going to try and help you understand that we don't need to associate any of these words with failure. We don't need to feel bad about it. We might be disappointed, okay, but failure isn't who we are. Okay? And we need actually to fail in order to be successful. And we're going to talk about how that works. And last week you had an excellent presentation, an excellent assembly by Mr. Khalid. And Mr. Khalid was talking about, what was he talking about last week? Yes.
Like happy glasses?
The happy glasses. Excellent. And what did we learn about the happy glasses? What do they help us to do? Yeah.
To be
Sorry.
happy when you're sad.
Sorry?
To be happy when you're sad. Like when you know that something makes yourself happy even if you're sad.
Yes, so we're going to make ourselves feel happy. And how do we do that?
By stop worrying about stuff.
By stop worrying. And how do we use the happy glasses to do that?
To look at the world in a different way.
Excellent point. Excellent. Brilliant. So we look at the world in a different way. And what we're going to understand today is that in the same way as there's happiness glasses, there's also success glasses. And when you put your success glasses on, then you see failure in a different way and you understand how actually it can help you, how it can power you to be better. Right? Okay. So, let's break it down. Okay? So, you're all brilliant at telling me how it makes us feel. And brother, actually, if we can just tear that sheet off and go to the next one. And I'm going to grab a couple of volunteers actually to just hold these as we're going along. Lovely. That's fine. Maya, do you want to come? Just hold this? Yeah? Just hold that there. Just hold that there. Let's just remember these as we go along, okay? Brilliant. Well done. So, next page, brother. If we just talk about... So let's break it down. What does failure actually mean? What does it actually mean? Yes?
It means that you failed from something like maths or English.
Okay. And so if we get behind the... What does that mean that happened?
You didn't achieve your goal.
Okay, so we didn't achieve our goal. Yeah? Yeah? What else? What else? If we, for example, if we take that example about English and we weren't able to answer the question, why was that?
Because it might be something hard or maybe a tricky question.
Okay, very good. Yes?
You don't know what to do, so you're like confused.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. So it's just it's just something that we can't do. Okay, so if we write that down, all failure is something that we can't do. That's all. There's nothing more than that. There's nothing to be scared about. We just couldn't do it. Okay? Who was born being able to ride a bike? You were born being able to ride a bike. Huh? No problem, no problem. Okay? But you can ride a bike there now.
Yeah.
Yeah? And how did you learn to ride a bike?
I don't know, I practiced.
Excellent. So, yes?
I was being confident to ride a bicycle.
Very good. Good. So, we learn by practicing. We learn by doing. Excellent point. So, all failure means is that means we need to develop the capability to do something. Practice. Brilliant example. Being confident. Brilliant example. Who here plays video games? I used to. I'm too old now. But I'm just going to pretend I do. Okay, brilliant. Who, let's pick some. What's your favourite game?
Call of Duty. Call of Duty.
Call of Duty?
Yeah.
Okay, and did you get to the highest... Now, if I understand correctly, Call of Duty, you get like badges and things, don't you, as you get better? What's the highest badge?
Prestige, I think.
Prestige.
When you like get everything and then you start again, because you've got so high.
Because you're like the best of the best.
Yeah.
So when you started, did you get prestige badge straight away? No. How did you get it?
Played.
Exactly. Exactly. So, we have to learn how to do that. Yes, young man?
So, like, if you fail one, then you do it over and over again.
Yeah.
So if you say that you're playing a game and you fail over again, I think failure is like, it could help you.
Wonderful. This man needs to do this presentation. My work here is done. This is fantastic. So, this young man, what's your name, young man? Hasib has graphed the lesson of life in 5 minutes. Well done. Exactly as he says, you need to practice, and failure just means what you can't do now. And I think, as you talked about in practicing, this is the most important point. I want to go back to these emotions that Maya is wonderfully holding for me. Okay, these emotions, if you think about it, I'm annoyed. I was alone and I had no one to talk to. The really important thing to remember, failure isn't who you are. Okay? I know sometimes people say things like, you are a failure. Yeah, it might even be your parents sometimes. My parents did it sometimes. Might even be your teacher sometimes. But that's not what they mean, and that's not really what it is. You are not a failure. What it means is, you just cannot do something, that's all. That's all. You can't be prestige on Call of Duty. You couldn't ride a bike. Yeah? You can't lift 50 kilos in the gym. Yeah? You can't run 10 miles without running out of breath. But as you practice, as you get better, you can do all of these things. So all it shows is something that you can't do now. So the success classes are very important. Because if we want to be successful, we put our success classes on and we have to understand what we can't do and how we can get better at it. Now, who's heard of the growth mindset? Anyone cover that in school? Great stuff. What's the growth mindset? Yes?
It's where you never give up.
Well, you never give up. Brilliant. What else is it? Yeah.
When you say you can't do something yet.
Well done. So the growth mindset, you can only have the growth mindset if you understand how to use failure. Failure is your friend because it's a tool. You put the glasses on and it helps you. Because if we're going to keep growing, and if we're going to keep getting better at something, what does it mean? What does it mean? What's going to keep happening?
Get to the highest level.
Yeah, to get to the highest level, what's going to keep happening on the way? We're going to keep failing. Perfect. But if we keep failing as we're getting better, is that a bad thing? No. What does it mean? Amazing. Amazing. So all that failure is telling us is actually we've reached the next level. That's all. Yeah? Now, I don't know if this still happens in computer games, so I'm just going to use my example because it's an easy one for me. But there used to be like end-of-level bosses on computer games. You get to the end of the level and you have to beat the boss to go to the next level. I was not very good at games, so it took me ages to beat the bosses. But each boss just tells me what I can't do. I have to beat that one to get to the next one. That's what all the failure is. So if we think about people who are very, very good at something. So let's think, who can give me an example of someone who they know, might be on TV or whatever, who's very, very good at something? Any examples? Someone in sports maybe, or someone on TV? Yeah? Ronaldo. Excellent. So do we think Ronaldo just started off being that good?
No.
What happened every time he tried to make himself better?
He trained every day and practiced.
Exactly. And each time he found something hard, he failed at it, didn't he? And how did he get better?
By keep on practicing that part, the one that he's struggling.
Exactly. So you struggle, it means that you've reached your limit in something. And you practice, and then it doesn't become a struggle anymore. So when we think about riding a bike, when we first rode a bike, what happened? We just fell off. Hurt our knees, hurt our arms, started crying. We got back on the bike, and same thing probably happened again. It happened a few times, and eventually we could ride the bike. Yeah? And now riding a bike's easy. Who even thinks about riding a bike? You just get on and ride the bike, don't you? Yeah? You're going to say something, Emma? No? So we just get on, now we don't even think about it. Now riding a bike's easy. So this is how you make yourself better. Okay, so why is failure important? Yes?
When you fail a few times, you get better. Keep on getting better.
Exactly.
Because failure can help you practice to get better.
Brilliant.
Failing could help you improve on things.
Exactly.
When a door closes, a window opens.
Yes, the window could open, as could the door again. But yes, I think the point that it's failure is just like a doorway, and you have to go through the doorway to get to the next stage. So it shows us what we need to do to improve, and this is why you need to fail to succeed. Because as you keep improving, as Hasib told us very beautifully earlier on, to keep improving, you need to keep failing. Because if you're not failing, it means you're not reaching your limit. If you want to be the best at something, you have to keep finding the limit and then getting even better. And that's how you get better, because you keep pushing yourself. Okay? So that's a very, very important point, that failure, the most important thing that I'd like you all to take away today, is not who you are. It doesn't mean that you are a bad person. It doesn't mean that you should be sad, or that you should be alone. Yes, it might make you annoyed because you wanted to be good at something, but you take that feeling and you use that to practice and get better and better. And we remember that when we put the success glasses on, we see that actually if we're not failing, it means we're not reaching the door. Yeah? And if we don't reach the door, we can't open the door. And if we can't open the door, we can't move from whatever the low-level badges are all the way to the prestige level badges in the computer game that we're playing. Or we can't ride the bike, or we can't do whatever it is that we want to do. Okay. Any questions from anybody? No? Very good, guys. I want you to give yourselves all a round of applause today, because that was a really good assembly, really good participation from everybody, and I was really pleased with that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Simon, over to you.